Sometimes when I'm not on any fitness plan, like the one I was at the beginning of the year, one body part per week and strength training, when I'm not on any plan, sometimes when I want to do some upper body exercises and don't really have anything in mind, I usually use this resistant machine to hit as many muscle groups that I can think of for upper body. So I decided to record this and show you guys some of the things that I sometimes do with the cable machine. So I actually recorded this video after I did some leg exercises, and I've been thinking about doing this video to put on my channel. So after I did my leg exercise, I decided to record this, and then that was it. So enjoy the video, and I hope you like the exercises that I've recorded, and hopefully it will help you. Thanks. So here's the video with no editing, with the exception of the music. Trying to avoid doing voiceover, but as I'm watching the video and I realize there's a couple things I want to say, and I don't want to keep on typing. So right now, the first thing I'm trying to, when the resistance is up, I try to do as many exercises or hit as many muscle groups that I can think of. And right now, I'm working my forearm. I believe I may have already edited this video for the forearm, how I do it with the resistance. So right now, the resistance is up, so I'm doing, pronated grip, and I'm just pushing it down. So as soon as I finish work the forearm, now I'm doing my tricep. And it's almost the same motion, it's just that I'm moving different joint now. Before it was just my wrist to do the to work the forearm. Now I'm moving my elbow to work the triceps. So I do as many as I can. I believe I may have lost count, and some of them I lost count, but I wasn't really thinking about doing a certain amount. But I just do as much as I could because I recorded it. I record this video just to show you guys this particular set that I sometimes do with the with this resistant machine. But there was no plan. I had just finished doing my legs and I decided to record this, and it's been in my mind for a while. So as you can see, the area wasn't too packed, there weren't that many people, but the machine that I love to use, the other resistant machine, was being used. So this area was empty and I thought it was perfect for me to record it. But later on, a couple people start showing up, but it's a different story. So once I finish one side of my arm, I do the other side. And this is why it's good to... These exercises are good because this guy is a very nice guy. He was asking me about Mother's Day, how I spent it, how it was. He's always say hi to me. So now I'm doing crossover and I'm working my upper back. And this you don't really need to make it really heavy. So I had to adjust the weight. And now I'm doing a very small motion. It's not full range, but I'm, squeezing the lower back, not lower back, the upper back, hitting those muscles. As you can see, you can see the muscles that is being utilized. And my elbow, my wrist is not moving, I keep it in a somewhat in a how will I say that? I try not to move the joints too much, with the exception of my shoulders. So each joint that you move, it works the muscles that are close to it. So the more joints you move, the more muscles you're getting involved, and you will not really hit or target the muscles that you really want to hit. So you have to be careful of moving too many joints when you're doing certain exercise. So now I'm adjusting the weight again, and this machine, I don't really like it, but that was what was available. So now I'm doing some chest. As soon as I finish with the back, I'm doing the chest. The thing with the you see, this is why I don't like it. The weights were feeling different. One side was feeling somewhat a little bit heavier than the other. So I looked back and I was like, shit, it's the same weight. Why does one side feel heavier than the other? It's just in this machine, for some reason, when I put the weight, it doesn't seem like it's the weight that I'm lifting. That's why I don't like it. But since it was just for recording purposes, I decided to use it. And now, while the resistance is up, I decide to do some oblique, abs. My core is very tight while I'm doing those twisting motion. And the thing with this, doing these exercises like that, is that while a couple of your body is resting, and once you hit another one, it doesn't seem like you're really getting tired. But when I look at my watch, my heart rate was really up, but I didn't feel like I'm, the muscles that I just worked is not as tired as it should be, because I automatically switch from one to the next, and it becomes like, I'm not really doing that much. He was looking for a pen for another resistant machine. So now, right after that, I'm fixing my radio, the music, my iPod, not iPod, whatever it calls. And now I'm doing another oblique again, another type of oblique exercise. And as you can see, I'm switching from one side to the next. So it doesn't seem like I'm really hitting them that hard. This is one thing I was thinking right now. With my oblique, I always like to do this particular twisting. There's different ways I do this exercise. So now I'm hitting the back. And as you can see, my arm is really not moving that much. It's just my hand is holding the resistance for weight, and it's just, I'm just hooking my hand to that to the handle. And here again, as you can see, I try my best. Sometimes it moves. Don't get me wrong. It's hard to keep the arm from using your biceps to move the resistance. So I pretty much hold it to, I'm pretty much moving with my oblique. So my arm is just there for a hook. See, now it's starting to bend down a little bit. So I stopped it and I decided to do a different, I do the back now. And my oblique, I always do it at an angle. I never do it straight to the side. I always twist my body in a way, because if I do it straight to the side, I don't know how to explain it, but it will be, I don't want my waist to look bulky. I already have, nobody wants a big stomach or big side, pelvis and stuff like that. So I always do my oblique at an angle. So now I sort of done with the upper area, and I'm adjusting it. I'm counting to make sure it's equal. So I'm put at mid level. Adjust the weight. And now I'm doing my wrist again. Now this time is at a different area. I'm holding it at, I have a video where I do my forearm with the dumbbell, It's almost the same way, but this time is with the resistant, with the cable resistant. So I'm doing the other side. Now I'm holding it again at a true. You see, my other hand is holding my my forearm so it doesn't move, so my elbow doesn't move, because right now all I want is my wrist to move, not my elbow or shoulders, just that, to work the forearm. So now I'm gonna do some oblique again, but this time the resistance is at mid-level. I try to keep my arm as straight as possible and just twisting my arm, my body. With, I use my core to do that twisting motion. And one thing you have to try to do while you're doing any exercises is to breathe. So you have to learn to keep your core tight while you're breathing. It's something you have to practice. Whatever we do on one side, you have to do the other. Not with to the other. And these guys, I think they wanted to use the rowing machine. The camera was next to a rowing machine. They wanted to use it, and they're somewhat. I saw one of them move closer to it. I realized that he saw the camera. I didn't know he wanted to use the now I'm doing chest again. This time is at a different position. Yeah, like I was saying, I knew he wanted to use the, I don't know if he wanted to get something, but I think once he saw the camera, he moved away. But when he came back again, and I realized he wanted the machine, the rowing machine. So I was like, it's no problem. I'll just put the camera. I was done. Literally, I was done. So I pretty much stopped at my last exercise, but I was pretty much done. I didn't want him to feel uncomfortable, and I didn't want to make an issue of me recording. So I just stopped it. So it's no problem. And I knew I was going to black them anyway, so it's no problem. I'll be blacking their faces. So I forgot to do one more thing on this while the cable was at mid-level, but at the end I thought about it and did it. So that's why I knew I was done. I mean, I guess when they got there, my chain of thought was sort of messed up a little bit. I didn't want them to feel too uncomfortable once they see I was recording. So now I'm doing my forearm again, and this time is at supinated. So I could only do the supinated when it's at the lower level. So now I'm doing my bicep. When I was doing the forearm, I realized it was light, but I didn't want to stop. So when I started doing my biceps, I realized it was too light, so I changed it. So once I finished the forearm at supinated, I decided to do the biceps. Again, there's absolutely no rest. The only rest that I take is to change the machine, the resistance at different level, and position my body different ways. So this is why this is good to do, because you have limited. I'm not even timing myself, and I don't even feel tired while I'm doing all of this. And my heart rate was really up. And whatever I do on one side, I do it to the other. After I did the forearm with the right, I did it with the left, and then did the biceps. And now I'm gonna do another oblique exercises. Bring it up. I try to keep my arm straight. One thing I could have done better is to at least bend my knees slightly. I guess with my leg issue, there's a lot of things I could always do better. I could see a little pouch on my stomach after yesterday's Mother's Day's dinner, lunch I had with the family. Alright, so doing the upper oblique now. adjusting the weight to do some chest again. This time, this is kind of hard. It might seem really easy, but it's really hard when you keep your arm like this and you try not to move other parts of your body. So one thing I forgot to do here is the shoulder, and that same position that I was in before. I have another video where I'll probably put it on the side to how I do the shoulders with the cable. So now I'm doing some lateral raises. That's for the shoulders. I could have used the same handle, but I wanted to show you guys the back muscles that actually working. Okay, doing the right side, lateral raises. So now I'm gonna do front raises. See, I switch from one side to the other. That really got me a little bit. Front raises with the left. Oh, I just saw him. Look at the camera. He probably like, oh, I want the worm machine, but the camera is there. So sometimes people just need to ask. There's one thing I do not want to make anybody feel uncomfortable, and I made sure when I'm pulling out my camera, nobody's around. If they come and while the camera's on, you know, if they say something, I could always put it away. I had a new worker at the gym told me something, and I told him, you know, I've done it before and I have asked permission, so it's not like I'm doing anything illegal. All right, took a little break there. The front raises with the left arm. There, that's when he saw it. I have to I'll be blocking him. That's when I was like, oh, he needs something there, or he saw the camera and he wanted to go somewhere. He's like, oh, maybe I don't want to be in her nonsense. This is the one that I forgot to do when the cable was at mid-level before. So that's the shoulder squeeze. I believe I have a video showing that. I've done so many videos, some of them I don't even have time to get to. I'm not sure if it's up already. And some videos that I did for, what is it, January and February, I haven't edited them yet. This one might be up before those earlier videos because I'm not really doing much. I'm just keeping it raw and just putting it up. But the others have some stuff that needs to be done. That's when he came. He really wanted to use the machine, and he asked me. So I was done. So the other thing that I was gonna do was the shoulder press, and I'm gonna put a video of how I do it, but I didn't do it on this particular video. So thanks for watching. I hope you like this video, and it's very basic. It's basic of all basics. So it's just some stuff I sometimes do, and when I don't have any plan, and I tend to do all of them on the cable machine and done with it. So thanks for watching.